This video demonstrates how to use the Nespresso machine. So we have a range of capsules that are available, and the menu next to the capsules demonstrates the selection that we have. Now you'll see that whilst there are various capsules, they don't all do the same options. For example, the Vanillo can only do an espresso. The Vivalto Lungo can only do Lungo, 110 mils, whilst the Arpeggio is able to do the Ristretto, Espresso and Americano. So this is important when you're selecting the right option on the machine, which I'll refer to shortly. So before you turn on the machine, ensure that you have enough water in the device. Now if you find that the water is there from the day before, we recommend removing that water and replacing it with fresh water. Now to do this, you just slowly push it away and lift up, remove the top, pour away the old water, and then push in some fresh water. You don't need to fill this all the way to the top. And to put it back on, you just push down and you can hear a click, and then that's securely in place. So if we were going to make a coffee now, say for example we're going to produce a Vanillo, we just select the pod from here, slide open the top. This will turn on the machine as indicated by the lights. Drop that in and then slide this shut. Now this machine is now primed, ready to produce some coffee. Now if we just wish to produce an espresso with no milk, then we can use this base here to elevate the espresso cup, and then you need to make sure you have the right option selected. And there are several options. You see there are 4 cup sizes and a water button. Now the smallest one refers to Ristretto at 25 mils. The second one up is an espresso at 40 mils. The third one is a Lungo at 110 mils, and the fourth option is an Americano, which produces 25 mils of coffee and 125 mils of water to produce your drink. Now the water button, that's just water, and that produces 200 mils. Next to this dial is this one, which is a temperature gauge, which you can turn up or down by just turning the dial left or right. So this is the coolest setting, medium, and this is the hottest. Now in reality there is very little difference between the temperatures. So what I'm going to demonstrate now is how to produce a latte. So I'm going to remove this, move this along, put my cup underneath there. And what we use is this aeroccino, and to produce a latte we need to ensure that this spinning disc is inside. Now a latte uses the metal disc, which is flat, whilst if you wanted a cappuccino you would remove the coiled spring from here, put this on so it clips in place, and then you put this down into the base. Now it's ready. Now when we're pouring milk in here, you need to determine which one you're using to determine how much milk you're going to produce in there. Now there are 2 levels. You may just see them on the video. Now the bottom level, which says max on there, that's only if you're using a cappuccino disc. If you're producing a latte, then you can go to the higher level up here. Now if you fill the cappuccino to this level, the froth will come over the machine and you'll have a mess on your hands. So always fill to the lower line. So as I said, we're going to produce a latte. So if I remove this, which just clips off, and always remember to put this back on the lid, then you know where it is. So we put this back inside, and then we get our milk and we fill. Now it's not easy on the video, but I'm filling to the maximum line for latte. And then put the lid on, so make sure that's pushed down. Put it on its base, and then you just do a quick push on here. The red light comes on, and then it starts spinning up. When the red light goes off, that means the milk has been heated to the right temperature, and you're ready to pour that into your drink. So now the milk has been heated to temperature, that's all finished. So what you can do now, to produce a latte, take off the top, pour into your mug, and then we're ready to produce our espresso shots. And as you can see on here, I've made sure that it's selected on the espresso option. To start the machine, you just push the top button here, and this will produce your 40 mils of espresso. And you may wish to leave your cup for a few seconds underneath to ensure you capture all the coffee that's been produced. What happens then is the capsule is dropped into the base, which is located in here, which I'll shortly show you how to remove and empty, since it can only accommodate 7 to 8 capsules. So after we've used the aeroccino, you'll see there's milk in there. Now if you leave this in there, it will go off, or it may kind of stick to the base, and the next time you use it, you then could have burnt milk, and no one likes to have a burnt milk taste in their coffee. So what I recommend you do is you rinse it out. So remove as much of the milk off the sides as possible. As you can see, most of the milk's been removed, and then recommend, as Nespresso advised, to keep the device clean, put cold water in, and then put a couple of drips of very liquid in there. Put the cap back on, and then push it again, the button, to set a cycle. And what this does is it very cleans the spinning disc and the inside of the device. This will ensure that you have the optimum milk produced each time for your coffee. When this is finished, recommend then just checking that there's no milk stuck on the bottom, and if there is, just use a soft cloth to remove that milk and then dry with your tea towel, and then you're ready for your next coffee. Key note to point out is that you must never use a scourer, the hard surface on the inside of this aeroccino, otherwise you'll scratch the surface. This will cause the milk to be stuck onto the area, it will burn, and therefore you won't produce very good coffee. So you only use a soft cloth and a tea towel to clean the inside of this. Thank you.